Should home inspectors think of themselves as just home inspectors or business owners?
Most home inspectors think of themselves as just home inspectors, and they want to be the best home inspector in the world. The problem with that is they go out of business within the first year. So you could be the greatest home inspector in the world, and I won't see you at next year's convention
Yikes.
because you didn't think of the other things like business and marketing. Now, if you're working for someone else, you still have to think about business and marketing and value and marketing and messaging and customer service and all those things. So you don't get a free pass. But if you're going to start your own business, you want the freedom, you're going to be an entrepreneur, then you have to think of yourself as a business owner who just happens to offer home inspections.
Okay.
Because being the greatest home inspector doesn't mean you're going to reach your goals
Okay.
of being an independent business person with freedom and your own company and things like that. You have to have business and marketing knowledge and apply that knowledge in the real world.
And where do home inspectors go to start that side, the business side?
I have a really good resource. It's
Do
called
you?
InterNACHI. And at InterNACHI, we have a marketing team that can help you with all your marketing needs. And we have a member dashboard. Inside your member dashboard, every member has a dashboard. Inside the member dashboard are all the things that you need to be successful, including business resources. And if you log into your dashboard, click business on the left side, you get to this toolbox you open up and you grab your business resource tool and apply it. One of them is taking a college level home inspection business and marketing course. The cool thing is, InterNACHI, you don't have to take the entire course. It's not like you're sitting in a chair in front of a human being. Mm-hmm. It's an online course. So you can go in and out. Go into any course at InterNACHI, which is offered by the only home inspector college at internachi.edu. You know me, I'm always promo. Mm-hmm. And you go into that course and you just look to see, what do I need? Oh, marketing. I'm going to go to chapter 11 of the business and marketing course. I'm going to learn about marketing or branding or hiring or any other thing that you need in that course. Go in and take it.
Yep.
And that's what I would. What was your original question? This is what I do. I get lost. But your original question was?
Where do home inspectors go to do the
That's the
business stuff?
InterNACHI membership dashboard.
Yeah.
And also on the left-hand side in your dashboard, there's business, there's marketing, there's certification, there's licensing, there's getting your profile updated with your business website, which is you, right? You design websites for inspectors. They have to go into their member dashboard and flick on the switch so that the internet sees your website.
Right.
Yeah, InterNACHI does everything for you.
Yeah. And that inspector search,
Yep.
I guess it's like a search bar and people can find inspectors on there.
Yeah.
How critical is that? Is that like basically like a free lead capture almost done by InterNACHI for inspectors who are public with their InterNACHI profile?
Yeah, so you go to like a typical potential client will be looking for a home inspector in a zip code area.
Right.
InterNACHI blankets the entire planet with our presence. And what we're doing is we're looking for people who are looking for our inspector. Mm-hmm. So we find that person doing a search with keywords that we recognize. We grab that person and we send them to our inspector.
Yeah.
If your website isn't updated in your membership dashboard, we can't send people to you. You don't have where are we going to send them? To your home? Where you go, where you have coffee in the morning? Mm-hmm. No, you have to send them to your website. So you have to get a website, Inspector Website Builder, get a website, go into your dashboard, put that website address in your membership dashboard. Now InterNACHI's presence on the web is going to find people looking for you, and we're going to send them to your website. And you pay nothing for that inspection job lead. It's free leads.
Yeah.
I was in a class once. It's not a lie. I was teaching a class at the House of Horrors in Colorado, and I was telling everybody to do this, and then click save, and then there's a little button that said turn me on to the internet. by the end of the presentation I was doing, someone said, I just scheduled a job. I didn't know about that. I turned it on and someone went on my website and scheduled a job from my call me. You can track it. Call me now button. So it actually works. It works really well. And you can track whether it works or not. I'm not just saying that because it sounds really good. InterNACHI provides free job leads. You go into your membership dashboard, you scroll all the way down, and there'll be this graph like this. And over time, you can see how many people we have sent you.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can go on and on about that, but that's one of the things you need to do. Get into your dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, InterNACHI helps you find out what to charge for your home inspections, right?
Yeah.
So it has like a business course and it takes you through each step. Can you talk about that, exactly what that looks like?
Yeah. Calculating a profitable inspection fee is one of the critical parts of running a business. If you are working for a company, this will help your boss make the right money, right? So if you don't know what to charge, you won't be in business very long. And it has to be profitable. And there's one way to do it. You could guess. There's two ways to do it. First one ain't going to work. You can guess what you should charge, see how that goes. Or you could use math. And if you don't know what the equation is, it's very simple. And it's in the chapter for calculating a profitable fee in the Home Inspection Business and Marketing course offered by the only college, Home Inspector College, InterNACHI.edu. And you go in there and you follow Inspector Mary and Inspector John. They have the same problem. They're about to guess whether they should charge $300 or $400. How much? So you follow Inspector Mary and Inspector John through the problem of trying to figure out what to charge. And each one has different needs. Inspector Mary is different than Inspector John, and they figure out, and they're different prices. But we show you how they figured it out. And it's based upon, in general terms, how much money do you want to make? Your desired annual salary, let's say it's $100,000. Your desired profit margin. So after all the bills are paid, after you pay yourself, after your overhead, you have to save a little bit and give a little bit. How much money do you have left? The net profit, the extra stuff, right? A 20% profit margin is reasonable. It can go higher and go lower, whatever you want. It's up to you. And also the overhead costs, right? Like rent, InterNACHI membership fee, which is tax deductible as a business deduction. Software, another business deduction, right? All these other expenses that you have, whether you have an inspection scheduled or not. You put all this together, right? Out of your salary, you're paying your mortgage and your rent and all that stuff. But everything is in this mathematical equation. And then you have to calculate, well, how much time do I want to spend making that money? Do I want to do one inspection a week? You're going to have to charge a lot in order to meet your financial goals. So your fee is going to be really high. Or can I do more inspections? Can I do one inspection a day, 2 inspections a day? Can I do ancillary inspections? So you have to figure all this out. This is the best investment of your time that you'll probably ever make. It ain't the roof course. The roof course is really good. The business and marketing course is really good, especially the chapter on calculating a profitable inspection fee. Because if you don't get this right, we won't see you next year at the convention. You won't be in business. If you don't know what to charge, you will be out of business.
Yeah.
You won't be here very long. So, that's where InterNACHI comes in. We'll show you exactly, step by step, how to calculate a profitable inspection fee so you can be successful.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, it's based on math.
Yep.
It's not my opinion. It's
No
based on,
guessing.
and it's your math. It's your numbers. That number at the end works for you.
Right.
You have to charge that.
Yeah.
And you have to put that on your website too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say you have a 9 to 5 and you want a certain salary
Yep.
from your inspection business, you have to work around that, work around those hours, work on a Saturday, work at night if
Yep.
you want to make that kind of salary with your home inspection business before
Yeah.
you jump ship.
I know of many inspectors who have jumped ship,
Yeah.
and they do it successfully.
Yeah.
They're weekend warriors in the beginning. They do the Sunday morning job, right? When
Right.
everyone's at church, they'll do the job,
Yeah.
right? They'll sacrifice a little bit in order to get this business up and running. They have 2 feet. One foot is in the stable job, 9 to 5, with health care and employee benefits. The other one is a little risky, right? So you invest sweat equity and you take some risks and see if you can build this thing up in order to compensate for what you've already got. And I know many inspectors. Joe from Raleigh, right? Joe, I don't want to say his name. Joe Booth, he's fantastic, right? He's you look him up. He's an InterNACHI certified home inspector. I've asked him to present on this thing where how he went from this highly technical job that he had into being a really successful home inspector. I mean, he's blown it up. He's fantastic. So you have to take the time and invest your time in building this business. And you need to know how much money you need to make with this new business venture. Or if you're going to work for somebody else, how much money you need to make from your boss, doing inspections.
Yeah.
And it's all about math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you do it back in the day?
I just drew a line and a date, and I said, that's it. I'm no longer doing that. I'm no longer doing the home inspections, right? And it was November of 2007. And I put my family, which I had 3 babies at the time, in my inspection truck. I pulled the vinyl off of my inspection truck because I'm no longer a home inspector, put them all in a mattress in the back of a van, literally drove from the East Coast to the West Coast and started something completely new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to sometimes it's not that dramatic, right? I remember being in high school, I was doing a lot of radon tests and I wanted to do something else. So I built up a cache of savings, right? So that you can convert from doing one job to the other.
Right.
Right? I was doing radon tests. I had a lot of money and I was like, I need a new apartment, I need a new truck, and I'm going to be a home inspector with my brother.
Yeah.
And that's how we did it. It was like months of not making any money, but marketing. We were marketing kings. Mm-hmm. And we were just killing it. Because if you have the ability to market yourself, a lot of home inspectors don't.
Right.
If you have the ability to market yourself, you're going to do just fine.
Yeah. And that little part about branding yourself.
Yep.
And separating yourself from all the other licensed, certified home inspectors around you.
Yeah. That's what branding is.
Yeah.
Separating yourself.
Yeah.
It's the answer to the question, why should I hire you than anybody else?
Right.
It's making what makes you different from all the rest, right? It's kind of like when I take my wife out, we go out to eat, and before we go to the restaurant that I'm going to take her out, I have already done my work, and I have looked at a handful of websites, restaurant websites, right? And I want to be overwhelmed with what I think I'm going to get, with the food that I'm going to. I want to see the food, the delicious food, right? And it has to be really good for me to take my wife out to it, right? Mm-hmm. And it has to be where we're going better be different from all the other things.
Yep. Right.
Can't be the same burger. No, the same burger we had last week. Same burger, it's no big. No, I want the special one. I want to see a website that shows me the best burger in town. Because I don't want to buy just any old burger. I want something that's unique, special, different, has overwhelming value to me. I have a problem, and you're going to solve it. My problem is I want a cheeseburger that's the best burger in town. And if I find a website that communicates that, I'm going to pay whatever. I'll pay $20 for a burger, right? You want to be, if you're an inspector, you want to be the best burger in town.
Right.
And you have to figure out how to communicate that you're the best one. Think of yourself as competing with another 100 other inspectors. 100 people starting at the starting line in a race. And you're racing down a track. And there's the finish line at the end. And at the end of the finish line is your client. You don't want to be in the back of the pack running down to your client. You want to be in the front. You want to be so far ahead that There's no one else for your client to see. You're the only one crossing the finish line. Everyone pooped out, right? So branding is about distinguishing yourself from all the rest. So if you are licensed, woo, so is everybody else. Throw that license away, right? What makes you different? Well, I use software. So does everybody else. Well, I follow standards of practice. So does everybody else. I take pictures. So does everybody else. I do videos. So does everybody else. I post on social media. That's funny. Everyone else is doing that too. What makes you different? Well, I use tools. I have a GFCI tester. A moisture. No big deal. What? I would give a home maintenance book. What? Oh, I give a home maintenance book at the end. Why? Well, I take care of my clients. I'm not in and out. I tell my clients that I'm going to be with you for the life of your house, and I'm going to help you maintain it. So here's our starting point is a home maintenance book. Go through that and tell me what you think. I'm in your neighborhood, right? I didn't drive outside my service area. They're in my neighborhood. We're neighbors. I'm going to take care of you. In fact, if anything goes wrong with your house that's kind of maintenance related, call me first. I'm your consultant. I'm your home consultant. Now I'm moving down the track farther than any, because home inspectors are not thinking like me, like home consultants. Yeah, I'm going to help my client forever with their home. In fact, I want them to call me before they hire a contractor so that I can tell them what's really leaking. Like this is the wax seal. Don't freak out. It's just the toilet wax seal, and you could do it yourself. We could do it right now in about an hour, or if you want to hire a plumber, this is what it's going to cost you about that. Okay, that's what I want to do for my client, who's my neighbor.
Yep.
I want to give them the information they need so that they can challenge unnecessary repair recommendations from contractors who have a different goal than I have. Their goal, I don't want to beat up contractors, but we're in different spots. Their goal is to sell toilets. If they pull up in a truck full of windows, they have to sell those windows. That's their business model. That's a great business model. They pull up with a truck of insulation. I bet they're going to talk to you about the insulation. Well, you got an insulation problem, right?
Yep.
You ever hire a plumber who says everything's great in your house? Even if everything's great, the master plumber is going to say, you better hire me to come back every month just to test your pipes. You don't have to test your pipes, right? They have to sell things. That's their business model. Home inspectors are completely different. We're consultants. You hire me, I'm going to give you advice. If I can do it for free, I will. But maybe you have to pay me for my time, for my inspector to come over and check your problem in your house so we can give you the information you need to make smart decisions, especially before you hire a contractor. Okay, so that's totally different from my competition. I'm also carrying an infrared camera. I'm InterNACHI infrared certified. That means I can, with an infrared camera, see things that most home inspectors can't see. What? I can see things that most home inspectors can't even see with my infrared camera. It's not seeing through walls, but I can see things, you know? Now I'm starting to really pull away from my competition. Everything you communicate in your marketing should have the message that you're special and different, that you're the best burger in town, that I'm the one crossing the finish line and there's no one else to look at because everyone else is competing on price or their license or their certification or whatever, you know? They're in that world. I'm in the world of being completely different. I want to be the best, and I'm going to communicate that to you so that when you're searching for the best burger in town on websites, I pop up.
Yep.
When you're searching for a home inspector who's the best, I'm going to pop up. I'm going to tell you that I've been in business. I've been a contractor, I've been a home builder, and I've done over 10,000 home inspections, right? Like, it's hard to compete against me, you know? I'm going to get on every roof. I carry tall ladder. I carry a 40-foot aluminum ladder on my big truck. I'm going to get on that roof. Why? Because I want to be different from all the rest.
Yeah.
Why? Because the people who are branded different from all the rest can charge more.
Yep.
I compete on value. I don't compete on price. Ever been to Florida? Florida Home Inspector Convention? They're all working on it like this because they're all competing on price. They all drive the price down. You can get a home inspection in Florida for like $90.
Yikes. I feel like those home inspections should be the most expensive in our country because of the moisture, all the water, the hurricanes,
Yeah.
everything. Those should be really expensive, detailed home inspections.
Yeah. It's so vital to get a home inspection. Every home and building in Florida should be inspected by an InterNACHI certified home inspector. You know why? Like you said, sometimes a roof will blow off.
Yeah.
They have roofs that blow off buildings over there. They have balconies coming out of commercial buildings, the big residential balcony. Every balcony in Florida needs to be inspected. You know why? Because they fall. That's terrible. Yeah. But a home inspector can see the problem like that
Yep.
because they're trained by InterNACHI. The information that we provide to homeowners and building occupants, whether you're a homeowner, home seller, an occupant, a renter, is so incredible. The overwhelming value of the information that a home inspector provides is so great that people will absolutely be happy to pay whatever you ask.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, the home inspector is, in any transaction, in any real estate transaction, a home inspector is talking to someone who's making the most critical financial decision of their lives that's going to last for decades. And they've hired you. You're the trusted third-party neutral professional. You're not pulling up in the driveway with windows. Mm-hmm. You're pulling up with knowledge. I can tell you exactly what this house is going through right now. I can tell you the condition of this home. I can tell you everything about this home so you can make a smart decision that's going to last 30 years with your mortgage. Yeah. Compete on value.
Yeah.
When I go to a website and I see a burger, it's got to be overwhelmingly valuable. Not actually overwhelmingly valuable. It just has to perceive. If the perceived value is overwhelming to someone in comparison to the cost, it's a great decision. For any consumer, if you want to know how to compete in any market, with any product or service that you have to overwhelm your potential client with perceived value in comparison to the cost. If you don't have a job tomorrow, it could be that your message is a little problematic, that you're not communicating value enough, and your prices are too high in comparison to the value. So you have to work on marketing. And that's where InterNACHI comes in.
Yep.
They'll help you out. We'll help you out with your branding, your marketing, and your business.
What should a home inspector do right now?
To run a better business,
Yes.
to be a better, go into your InterNACHI dashboard. Go to any NACHI.org page as a member, top right corner, log into your dashboard, and then slide over to the left side, and there's a thing called business. There's a tab called marketing, certification, licensing, profile, all kinds of stuff. Go into the business one, and that will take you to a tool bag. You open up your business tool bag through your membership dashboard and grab a business tool and apply it tonight. Spend 30 minutes tonight, every night, in the next 2 weeks. Try to not binge on Netflix, right? Just grit your teeth after dinner and say, I'm going to spend 30 minutes. I'm going to invest this critical time that I have, 30 minutes every night, on the business tools within the membership dashboard and apply them. There's so many really good business tools that we have. So that's what I would do. But it's a little bit of time. One of them is updating your profile with your website address. Get your correct domain name into your InterNACHI profile. Do you know why?
Why?
Because InterNACHI has a huge presence on the web. And people right now, your potential clients right now, are looking for you. and they're looking for a certified home inspector in a certain area. And we're going to maybe grab those people and then send them to an InterNACHI member who's certified by InterNACHI if they have updated their profile with their website. So if you have a website designed by Inspector Website Builder, IWB, get that URL, your domain name, and update your profile so that InterNACHI can grab people looking for you and send them to your website. We have to send them somewhere. Can't send them to your home. Can't send them to your favorite coffee shop. You have to send them to your updated profile with your domain name, your website. And this isn't just something I say. You can actually track it. You have a little bit of general analytics, website analytics. When you log into your dashboard, your NACHI membership dashboard, scroll all the way down the page, and you'll see a graph like this. And it will tell you how many people are visiting your website that we have sent to you, and we'll tell you where they came from. Yeah, it's really good to update your dashboard with your membership, with your website.
Yeah.
There's so many, it's good to visit your dashboard. I would say spend some time on your dashboard. You can look at the roof course. You can take the roof course. The roof course is really good, but it's not enough to be the best home inspector.
Yep.
You have to know business and marketing. So I like all the certified inspection courses that we have. They're really good. But you can basically, once you take the roof course, you can just put that roof inspection checklist in your back pocket or put it on your mobile device as a note.
Yep.
You know, to know, what do I have to inspect on at the HVAC? I can't remember. You just keep it there. But marketing is almost something, it's like something new to do every day. And business is like operations. You can always get better at your operations and your systems. You have to leverage systems and operations and things so that you're not doing all the work.
Right.
That you're leveraging things like the online inspection agreement, which is through your membership dashboard, right? So go into your membership dashboards and work on that, I would say.
And I heard you say, like, treat InterNACHI as your employees. Like, you have 30 people working for you, a marketing team helping you with branding. If you have a question, you just email them and they'll point you in the right direction. Yeah.
There are about 30 people who work at InterNACHI.
Yeah.
But they all work for you.
Yeah.
They all work for the members.
Right.
It's impossible for a home inspection company, I don't care how big you are, to hire a marketing team. There are 9 people on the marketing team. Can you hire 9 people right now to work on your marketing? No. I don't know any inspection company. There are large inspection companies. They don't have 9 people working on their marketing. InterNACHI has this benefit, membership benefit, for free.
Yep.
You can leverage means with a certain amount of force, you can multiply your effort, right? So with a little bit of InterNACHI effort, right, in your dashboard, you can multiply your efforts by leveraging almost 10 people in your marketing team that work for you, almost 30 people altogether who work for you.
Yeah.
You can go to anybody on the contact page and say, how can you help my business? I need help. What should I do next?
Yeah.
That's a really great question. What should I do next?
Right.
They'll tell you what to do next.
Right. Say you're a home inspector and you've been inspecting for quite a while and you want to provide more value to your clients and you want them to hire you again for an annual home inspection and you want to just make your inspection much better. What do you like? What would you suggest? Like adding the home maintenance book? What other things would a homeowner really appreciate from their home inspector?
Yeah, I think going towards always being there is probably your best approach with an existing client base. So if you have clients, be there for them.
Like sending an email or a text being like, hey, check-ins?
Check-ins. This summer coming up, have a picnic and invite all of your past clients.
Yeah.
They'll probably not come, which is kind of easy. The picnic that's not the goal, to actually have them come over and eat hot dogs with you. The goal is to always have something of value to communicate to them. So tell them, hey, we're having a picnic, why don't you come on over?
Yeah.
Right? Or, hey, I just wrote this blog post. I have a website designed by Inspector Website Builder. I wrote an article. It's about changing your air filter. I don't want you to forget to change your air filter because if you remember, your air filter was really messed up. It's difficult to reach too, right?
Yeah.
Because I know their home more than they do,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So I'm going to remind them, hey, don't forget that water filter down in the basement. Oh, yeah, right. You told me,
Yeah.
right? They always forget. I give
Yeah.
so many recommendations, they always forget.
Yeah.
Why would I spend that kind of time talking to people who have already hired me? Because they could hire me again. And they could talk well about me out there to their friends and their
Yeah.
colleagues and their coworkers.
Yeah.
I know an inspector, Jim Crum. He has, 10,000 clients, past clients. He doesn't do any marketing. He doesn't listen to me when I talk about, you should do marketing websites. He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
He's at a certain level where it's all past clients giving referrals. He has thousands of Jim Crum ambassadors out there speaking well, representing Jim Crum, unpaid sales force. Can you imagine having 10,000 people selling for you?
Yeah.
That's what he has. And that's what's available for every home inspector. If they just nurture that relationship, don't ever forget your past clients.
Right.
Yeah.
And working with a new client, you just did a home inspection for them for the first time.
Yep.
What do you say to get the next annual home inspection with them? Do
I
you
would-
say it
I
up
would-
front right there?
I would. We used to schedule 3 inspections, not just one. So when the phone rings, you schedule not just one inspection. Oh, do you want a home inspection? Yep. You schedule the pre-closing walkthrough. Sometimes that's free. Sometimes it's a charge. There's no report. It's a simple walkthrough. I've scheduled 2 now. Third one is you want me to come back in less than a year to make sure everything's okay. Sometimes it's a new home, so we're going to talk to the builder, and we got to get all of our major problems documented before the builder doesn't have any responsibilities. That's before. Or it's just a regular checkup. You can call it a checkup, you can call it a maintenance, you can call it something. But I'm going to try to schedule, my office manager is going to try to schedule at least 3 inspections. It gets even better. My clients don't know that they need a radon test. Radon is the second leading cause in lung cancer, right? Some places, very little radon. Some places, there's a lot of radon, right? In Colorado, for instance, 1 out of 2 homes have elevated levels of radon. So every home inspector is doing a radon test, right?
Yeah.
So it's ancillary inspections. So I'm trying to schedule as many inspections as possible and bundle that package and give them a discount.
Yeah.
People love, McDonald's still does Happy Meals where you get one bag. It's one bag, and there isn't just one thing in there. They sold you 4 things in there.
Yeah.
I bet there's a apple pie in there, there's some French fries, there's some, right?
Yep.
Chicken nuggets, and that's on top of the cheeseburger. And then
Yeah.
you get a drink, right? That's what you want to do. If it works for McDonald's, why doesn't it work for you? You haven't
Right.
done it yet. Bundle those services, right? So you're always scheduling. The best thing that I learned when I was when I was doing home inspections for clients was the 3 magic words to get more money while I'm here.
Yeah.
It took me so long to get into the home. All that marketing, all that promotion, all that stuff just to get a scheduled job. And then I'm in a home while I'm here.
Yep.
Why don't we do a mold test? Because you smell that? Yeah. A little damp over there. Who knows? Are you sensitive? Are you a client who's sensitive to these indoor air pollutants, right? While I'm here, why don't we think about a radon test, right? While I'm here, why don't we use the infrared and take a look at the attic insulation? It's so much fun to be a salesperson.
Yep.
Do you know there's 9 ways to make more money as a home
Really?
inspector?
Really?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay.
Ancillary inspections.
Okay.
More inspections per client.
Right.
There are 8 others, and that's in the home inspection business and marketing course.